Namaste, Vanakkam, Swagatam, Bonjour, Buongiorno, Buonasera, Buonanotte, Kuya More, Boreda, Kiora, Salamat Pagi, Ayu Bovan, Ayushman Bhava, Shubh Dinam Suprabhat. Have a great day wherever you are. Today is such a wonderful day. We are here to announce the release of our new book, Nada Yoga, the Vibratory Essence of the Yoga of Sound. I am Dr. Ananda Balayogi Bhavanani, Chairman of ICYR at Ananda Ashram, Pondicherry, and also the Director, Institute of Salitogenesis and Complementary Medicine at Sri Balaji Vidyapeeth, also in Pondicherry, India. I am pleased to be here with my co-author and the significant Shakti behind this project, my dear Yogacharya Sangeeta Laura Biagi from Italy. Namaste, Sangeeta.
Namaste, Guruji. Namaste, Dr. Ananda. What a pleasure to be here to finally announce the birth of this project. I am Yogacharya Sangeeta Laura Biagi. I am a mentor and a teacher in the Parampara of Rishi Culture Ashtanga Yoga and the Director of Studies and Research of Gitananda Nada Yoga International. And with Dr. Nanda, we have worked on this book intensely for about 2 years now. And through the collaboration with the publisher Singing Dragon out of London, we are pleased to announce both the release of a hard copy and of an ebook worldwide. So, Dr. Sir, shall we welcome everyone into the process of
Yes,
the creation of this book?
yes. They're all here, and we are going into this and getting a sneak preview of what all we have awaiting you. The official book launch of the Nada Yoga Vibratory Essence of Yoga of Sound. It's a manual for the practices of Nada Yoga, but behind the practices, what are the principles? And a co-creation. In fact, nearly 10 years ago, Sangeeta and I had come together to create the Saraswati Pearls. And this is sort of, another baby, a literary baby that has come out of our collaboration. And so happy to share this with you. A very special book that is going to be very significant for so many. We have a very beautiful image of Sangeeta and me at Sri Kambli Swami Madam that we'll be showing you. And here you can see us at the most sacred site of the great Siddha yogis of Puducherry, including Swami Geetananda Giri, our immediate guru, and all the Guru Parampara up to Srila Sri Kambli Swami, a seat of the true traditional teachings. And these are the very teachings that we are sharing in this book with you. If we look at the book itself, I'm going to go over to Sangeeta to lead you through it. And you can see that we are very blessed to have a foreword by Rajiv Mehrotra, one of the most significant, members of the family of press in India, who over the years has been an amazing filmmaker and currently working with His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Over to you, Sangeeta.
Thank you, sir. Well, the blessings, of course, the blessings in my particular experience, the blessing of learning these teachings with you, with Amaji, with Devasena, with your entire family, and the family of Yognath and ICYR, everyone who is involved and who has been learning with and also offering their services to the Parampara is in this book. So even though I feel a huge honor and of course the privilege to be a co-author with you, I also bow to you and your family and the Parampara for the blessing to be able to manifest through the form of writing in English this book in a very accessible language. So this is one of the things I'm very proud of in this book, the concepts where we touched on them. Of course, it's a book, so it's only an introduction. And it's not a book on the whole of Nad Yoga, because how could we do something like that? That is beyond the scope of any author. It is a manual for the principles and practices of Nad Yoga in the Parampara of Swami Gitananda, in the tradition of Rishi Culture Ashtanga Yoga. So I think this is important. It is not our goal to be the experts of Nad Yoga, because that's not possible for anyone actually. But the blessings of the parampara, the blessings of the great rishis, of the saintly men and women of Bharat, for handing down to us the teachings that now, through the medium of press, can reach people all around the world. And this is such a miracle of the current times. We acknowledge all of our teachers, we acknowledge all of the mentors of our parampara, of course, and we acknowledge all of those who helped us. Of course, the names are so many, we thought we would just allow you to buy the book and see the acknowledgements part in the book. Otherwise, the whole presentation will go into the names, because everybody from illustrations to editing to checking the Sanskrit, transliterations, illustrations, the index, it was a team effort. So we thank all of our collaborators, of course, our respected Rajiv Mehrotra, and always Amaji, Swamaji, Dr. Sir, Devasena, and the family for making this possible for us. And on this note, sir, would you like to add anything to the acknowledgements part before we
I
move on
think
to?
that is just so beautiful because though you and I are the authors officially, I think this is a work that dozens of people have contributed the energy in so many ways. So we definitely acknowledge and thank each and every one of them.
Yes, thank you so much, everyone, really. And how did this book come to be? So it came to be from the relationship of Guru Shisha, if I may be so, yeah, if I may be a little bit pretentious in framing our relationship, sir, as Guru Shisha. It is a Guru student, and sometimes it's a Guru Shisha, but it's a relationship of love, love for learning, love for the parampara, love for Bharat. It's just a love relationship that when I came to India to first put my feet into the ashram, I was not aware of Nad Yoga. I was not aware of all of the teachings. And through you and Devasena and Divyapriya Bhavanani and Anandraj and Amaji and everybody involved at Yoganjali, I became aware of the wealth of the teachings of Carnatic music, classical Indian music, Hindustani music also, and the teachings of mantra, the mantra shastra and the tantra shastras, the mantra laya, and so on. And I just became enamored. In me sprang this ardor, this divine love for the teachings of sound and vibration. And then Dr. Ananda invited the two of us to collaborate on teaching a course, and we came up with this specific angle, a specific anga of Rishi Culture Astanga Yoga. And we offered a course, an immersion, a 7 months weekly immersion on Nad Yoga that was attended by many people from all around the world. And the course was really a community. And through the course, in creating the syllabus, we created what then became the chapters of the book. And in fact, at the end, as we'll see in the section on the content, there is a section where the writing of the participants of two courses now we are at our fourth one actually, but these original two courses are shared with each other. So there's the voice also of the participants of the course, and we really cherish each one of you, because without you and this course, the book may have not seen its incarnation, certainly as it is now, but also maybe for many, many other years. So the momentum of everyone, the enthusiasm of everyone really is also steeped into the pages. So then particularly also we want to thank, and how this came to be is also this, we see our beautiful Amaji here with a copy of the book. Without Amaji, nothing would be possible. Of course, our beloved Guruji here. And then we have Judith and Yogacharini Padma, Yoga Sadhaka Nilachal, and Yoga Shakti, Yogacharini Devasena Bhavanani. Each one of these people, but many more. So
Ah,
Bharataji, and then Michael McCann and Valananda. I mean, so many more. Again, I'm not going to make the list, otherwise we'll be here for another 3 hours marathon of names. But some of these people who were in the course also then helped practically. So, sir, to you to also talk
yeah.
about the experience of the course for a
I
moment.
think I think you know the course definitely gave us the it was the catalyst that brought the book together because all the material was there, the concepts, the teachings, but having to lead a weekly session for 7 months and then have people come here. We have had two of the residential trainings at the Ananda Ashram in Pondicherry. This photo is actually from the last residential one where Judith, Padma, Nilachal, and others were here. I think this is what actually brought it into its final form. And in fact, as you said, the acknowledging all the members of all these courses who have become the Nada Yoga Sangha, in fact, and all of them playing an important role in bringing it to its finished product. So I'm so happy to see this photo and to have Amma holding the book. I think that is the best blessing we can always have.
Yes, I wanted to also say that we were really blessed to have enough time. And here I would like to also acknowledge the collaboration with Singing Dragon, because the collaboration I had, I took care of the correspondence with Singing Dragon along with Dr. Nanda. And the collaboration was so great. And I'm not just saying here because we're launching the book and I have to say it. I really mean it because we were allowed flexibility, we were allowed empathy. The many people at Singing Dragon, again, the list is long there. The director, the editors, the people in charge of marketing, the people in charge of everything, formatting and everything, always so kind, so respectful, so empathic when we needed a little extra time. It was really a loving relationship, that too, and I was very impressed because I never felt stressed out by it, which it means that, especially in our collaboration, right? I can only speak of our collaboration, but in our collaboration, they walked the talk. So they are a publishing house that focuses on holistic practices, on wholesomeness, and the way that they related with me, in particular with us, sir, was very wholesome. So we want to thank.
I would second that.
Yes.
And this is the second book I published with them after the Yoga Chikitsa one with Lee Majeski. And I have found them to be very professional, not just in the sense of being professional, but being human. And I think that human touch is something that both of us have appreciated a lot with our publishers. So looking forward to many more books coming out with them in the future also.
Yes. Yes. So in that process, I was able to come to the ashram and read the full manuscript to Amaji and with Amaji. And I want to really remember this because this is very important, because when I was
So,
reading it,
very true.
very lucky to be able to come for 3 weeks and just do that with her. And it really felt, because she made some notes and she was able to offer some feedback, and I asked her, is this okay? Because we quote Amaji a lot in the book. Of course, we
Ah,
quote Amaji a lot, and we quote you, sir,
ah,
a lot, and a lot
yeah,
of other scholars and practitioners
true.
and saintly guides. But Amaji, I always asked at the end of each section, I asked her, Amaji, is this appropriate? Is this correct? And most of the time she did say yes, but a few times she said no. And sometimes when I asked her, she laughed a few times when I said some things, and I was like, oh my God, she's laughing. Okay, we need to change this. And I mean, so the process, of course, Amma is here in this picture, not just because
Yeah,
she's overseeing all of our endeavors, honestly, but also because she edited it with us. So I
very
really, it's
true.
really
Very
important.
true. So
Yes.
true. Thank you for sharing that memory. It's a very poignant one.
Yes, it's a very poignant one. So, and the light of the sun now has just come and it's enlightening me with the book. Okay. Sir, would you like to just quickly share, because these are the teachings of the Parampara, and just go through them
Yeah,
very, very
and
swiftly and
I think here we will come back a little later to talk about Rajiv Mehrotra and his relationship to Swamiji and Ammaji. But a very great man, and really we are blessed to have the foreword written by him. And here we have divided into 4 chapters, where the 4 chapters are like the foundations of all these teachings, the 4 pillars, the 4 walls. And so the concept of Nada Yoga itself, what it means, where does it come from, what is the background, and then the most important teachings of the Pranava Om, which are essential to the Gitananda Rishi culture parampara in its full depth, the sounds of the chakras, and again with its sacredness, with reference to the context and not some mumbo jumbo or modern, t-shirt tendencies. And then I think one chapter which is going to really be different than most other approaches is Nada Yoga Chikitsa, where we are showing how so many of these practices have been shown to actually have health benefits, both with qualitative and quantitative research by our team at Pondicherry as well as others around the world. And a very good compilation of appendixes are there with the selected mantras and bhajans. We have an entire chapter on yoga and music therapies for salitogenesis, which means wellness. And as Sangeeta mentioned earlier, selected satsanga sharings by members of our different courses. So, this is where you are going to get through this book, both the expert opinion as well as participant opinion. And I think this is a very wholesome approach to this whole teaching. So I think anybody who looks through this and reads through it is going to get both the microscopic and the macroscopic perspective of the Nada Yoga teachings in this illustrious parampara.
Thank you, sir. Yes, also, as you can see, we worked with the English pronunciation in the title and in the contents. But inside the book itself, we have in the introduction a note on Sanskrit, how to pronounce the Sanskrit, both the Devanagari and the transliteration with diacritical signs. And every time a word is brought up in the text, the transliteration is offered right next to it. So for those of you who also may be asking themselves this question, because we have a lot of colleagues and students who are Sanskritists and who are, rightfully so, very respectful of Sanskrit as the language of yoga practices. Rest assured that we, with Singing Dragon, decided to have this approach in the presentation, so in the title and in the contents, to encourage everyone to approach the book. But inside the book, we go a little bit deeper with that. And I think this is important also. And so then, of course, we invited some very illustrious and very dear humans, human beings, to offer some reviews. So I'll let Dr. Ananda introduce them. And then in this video, of course, you're going to be able to just stop the video and just read them. We'll make this video available, of course, also on YouTube. So you can pause and read the reviews if you are inclined to do that, sir.
Yeah, I think, as I said earlier, Rajiv Mehrotra has written the foreword and we are blessed to have it. And he, in his review of the book, has made a beautiful understanding of how comprehensive and insightful it is. Now, Rajiv himself is currently the honorary trustee and secretary to the Foundation for Universal Responsibility of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. And Rajiv and our relationship goes back about 50 years when he studied with Swamiji and Ammaji at Kambli Swami Madam and made an award-winning film called Mudras that features Swamiji and Ammaji. and over the years has become one of the most prolific uh, filmmakers and had amazing channels where he interviewed everybody who in the spiritual world. So this has been a very wonderful opportunity to have Rajiv collaborate with us, or us collaborate with Rajiv once again, and really so grateful to him for his support. The next one is another very dear member of our extended yoga family, Yogacharya Ananda, Joseph LePage, the founder of the integrative yoga therapy. And his work in North America as well as in Brazil has been path making and one of the most respected leaders in the field of yoga therapy, and someone who had invited me to come and teach at Kripalu a couple of times for his integrative yoga therapy program, one of the best programs I have seen in the world. And his feedback on how this is multidimensionality and how important this text is for people is something that we value tremendously. And Joseph, being such a great Yogacharya himself, someone who truly lives yoga, I think his feedback has also really motivated us to go forward on this path. So thank you again, Yogacharya Ananta, Joseph LePage. The next review is from a very amazing woman. She is from the UK, but she has spent most of her life in India, married to an Indian, Dr. Margaret Lobo, who is a world-renowned music therapist. And her work with music therapy has been path-making. In fact, one of the pioneers to bring music therapy in its modern approach to India. And she has been very kind in her review and her blessings for us. In fact, Ashwa's, her music therapy wellness services, and our own ISCM, we work together in collaboration. And to have her blessings for this book again is something that means a lot to us. Thank you so much, Dr. Margaret. All the way from California, Laurie Rubinstein Fazio, who is the clinical professor yoga studies and health at Loyola Marymount University. Laurie herself, an amazing yoga therapist, someone who is a world leader in yoga therapy, and creating so many yoga therapists with their master's program and other programs at LMU. Of course, I got to know Laurie through my own dear inspirational friend, Larry Payne. And Laurie continues to shine bright, and her review and her suggestions and blessings for this book, where she calls it a treasure in yoga literature. I think this is so special. So thank you, Laurie, for your support for this book and all our activities. And of course, we have Yogacharya Bharata, Bill Francis Barry, and leading the Mantra Vijaya in USA. Barry came into my life a decade ago when I was teaching in Canada and had come with our dear mugs from, the Soya Academy. And after that has been in extensive contact, and the COVID pandemic brought us all so close together. And his own parampara, going all the way back to Sant Keshav Das Maharaj, one of the great Bhakti Yoga masters of the past century. In 1993, we had his illustrious Param Guru Sant Keshav Das Maharaj visit Pondicherry and be here at the International Yoga Festival at the invitation of Swami Geetananda Giri. And I still remember Sant Keshav Das singing Gang Ganapate Bhajan at ICVR in front of the Lord Ganesha statue where we do the Aarti. Bharata is a sadhaka in Yogacharya par excellence. And his dedication to the teachings, especially the contemplative Antaranga Samyama teachings, is way beyond words. So to have his review and his blessings for this book and his own, I think, he also played a role in proofreading it a couple of times. So he is very much part of this team that has brought this to manifestation. So thank you so much, my dear Bharata.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, sir. I also would like, of course, to thank all of our reviewers. And Bharata worked with me very, very closely. He made some suggestions and made me aware of some flaws in some of my reflections and some of my argumentations, even. And I really appreciate how he was always supportive, even when he made me realize that I had not seen something, or that something was missing, or that I said something that was a little bit superficial, or according to the depth it actually had. And so for me, it was really a process of mentoring. Not just a collaboration on editing, but a mentoring and how to go deeper and deeper into the teachings while maintaining a simple authenticity. Simple, not simplistic, but simple as in inclusive. So really, really, Bharataji, thank you so, so much for all of this. And also my thanks, join yours, sir, for all these beautiful reviews. And okay, so here we get onto the practical aspects. How to get a copy. The book is available now. It was released on the 21st of November, and it's now available as a hard copy and as an ebook. And Singing Dragon has distributors all around the world. So through the Singing Dragon websites, there's one in the US, there's one in Australia, there's one in the UK. So make sure that you're finding the Singing Dragon closest to you, so that you can also make intelligent choices in regards to shipping. But for the ebook, of course, there's no such an issue. But also it's been distributed in bookstores. It can come to you if you request that it's shipped near you. So if you have collaborations, or if you visit a local bookstore, you may request that the book comes to you. So there are many, many options. Just visit the Singing Dragon websites, and they will be able to direct you, or go to your local bookstore and order some copies there for you to buy and your friends. So all of this information is here. And then, last but not least, sir, we are, of course.
Yeah, of course. For those who want to learn more and learn with us, Sangeeta and I are planning a program in 2024 on chanting the Yoga Sutras that tentatively will be a 4-month program looking at all the 4 padas. And we are also happy to be able to announce a teachers training program in Nada Yoga in the Rishi culture Gitananda tradition, which will be online with residencies both in Italy and in India. So, the contact details are given for Sangeeta, and for those of you who follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Insta and other places, you'll be updated. If not, write to us so that you can be placed on the list for the first who are going to get the opportunity to join these courses.
So, sir, thank you.
So
Thank you again.
quite a beautiful meeting we have had today, and so happy that this has manifested, Sangeeta. You are truly the Shakti behind it. So thank you for manifesting it, and may this benefit countless human beings across the planet It is putting the teachings out in a structure that both Swamiji and Ammaji would be so proud. So I'm happy that you, as a member of this illustrious parampara, are taking it forward as we should. It is our responsibility that once we realize how fortunate we are, we take it forward. So thank you, Sangeeta, for the efforts you have made. Thanking all the contributors for being part of this, all the great souls who have supported us, and all of those out there who are going to get the book and read it and join this wonderful family, a worldwide yoga family. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Hari Om Tat Sat. And thank everyone. And we look forward to hearing about your experience with the book. So also write to us if you have comments. And if you want to join our Nada Yoga Facebook group, we're keeping it private for now, just to avoid weird things that go on in social media. So, but if you would like to be part of this group, let us know. You can email me and we can add you. So thank you all again, and thanks Singing Dragon, and arrivederci. Ciao. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.